Good morning, YouTube. Oh man, have I got a goodie for you today as we are spectating the #1 Spider-Man. Before we get too deep into it though, I just wanted to say today is a bit of a special day because today is actually my birthday, but that's not all. Today, actually at 2 o'clock EST, so probably about 3 hours after this video goes live, finally my cup collab with GamerSupps is coming out. I know it's been like almost a year since I told you guys it was gonna happen, but I was really excited for this one because I wanted something that was good quality and it's actually metal. It's not like the normal plastic cups. And I felt very passionately about that. And if you've ever asked me about like my thoughts on merch and that kind of stuff, I'm very picky with it. So sorry it took so long. But I just wanted to let you guys know it's finally here. Also, on the #1 spectating series, I know you guys enjoy this so much, but I do want to let you guys know it is getting a little bit difficult to do. Many top players actually private their profile now for many reasons. One of the biggest reasons is that in-game, there is a third-party app called like a tracker. And basically when you load into the lobby, it gets around the streamer hide, your name thing, and so people can target ban you very, very easily if you don't have your profile privated. So many top players have started to private their profiles, which means I can't watch their replays unless they send them to me directly. So if you notice that there's less of that series, I hope you know it's not because I don't want to do it. It just makes it a little bit more difficult. That being said though, if there's anything else you guys want to see, let me know in the comments. And as always, thanks so much for all the support. We just passed 800K subscribers. I just want to let you guys know I appreciate you so much. Thanks for the support as always. And as always, I'll see you again tomorrow. All right, chat. We were very lucky enough to get VODs from the #1 Spider-Man player, Raziel here. There's two that are very interesting. There's one, Retro wants me to watch this one first. He says it's insane. But the second game is actually Game versus Necros. It's a Spider-Man versus Spider-Man. This is actually probably some of the craziest rank 1 stats we've seen. 63% win rate on 500 games in #1 above all as rank 1 with 93 MVPs, 43 SVPs, and almost a 3 KDA. Holy mother of 36 final hits, 60 and 18. That's like probably some of the lowest deaths I've ever seen on a Spidey. 42,000 damage. That is crazy talk. We've watched the worst Spider-Man. Let's watch the best. Holy shit. Dude, that was so fast. Okay, so let's go through everything that just happened there. So sets up top, hits the right click on the Hella, then waits a half a second for them to get closer to the supports, hits the E to get pulled in, uppercuts, hits all of them, and within the frame of finishing the uppercut, they then will pop their team up with the C to do extra damage, also be invulnerable, which, I mean, I don't think they were gonna get hit by the Hella stun, but maybe that's what it was for, and then immediately gets back out. Gonna look to engage in again. Oh my god, the right click accuracy. What the f? That was disgusting. So right click, web zips the floor, uppercuts, right clicks again really quick, right past the strange shield, swings, goes for the E, uppercuts again, swings out.
He's killing that tree, but we're going to stop him.
Crack the whip.
Pulls in the Thor. Dude, the amount of actions per minute that are getting performed is actually kind of crazy. Onto the Hella again. Never overstays their welcome, always jumps right back out. Sorry, I didn't hear it.
You'll be all right.
Wait, what happened here? I looked away for like 1 second. So their Hella like hard pushes spawn because everyone's dead, but he's hiding. Sees it, goes for the web zip, double right click, goes for the uppercut, gets the kill. Holy shit. Pretty good for bronze. Oh yeah. Yeah. She's seen it 10 months. Forces the Loki clone. Goes and gets a health pack. Even though they're pretty much full HP, still worth it to be full HP when you go in next.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man.
Doesn't kill the invis, I don't think, right? Yeah, she was I think 1 HP unfortunately. But he does actually get the Loki, which is nice. I think going for the ult right on their supports almost as quickly as you get it is probably the play there, which is why I went for it right away. Also trying to finish off the Invisible Woman. I mean, it forces out the ult. And that should be enough to win them the point, because it got forced. The rollouts are so crazy. They come back so quick.
Now I got you.
Pulls them away from their... Holy that's so smart. So he's gonna actually go away from the ult and then pull them out of it so they can just one-shot them. They're not getting healed by their ult. That's actually gross. So smart. Pops the C really quick. I wonder if they're gonna try to start pulling the Loki out of his rune. That'd probably be smart if he could do it. Dude, the right-click accuracy is just... So with the Venom team up, he hits him with 2 right-clicks. One, actually no, it's only... No, it is only 1. Hits him with the right-click, the E, the uppercut, and then hits him with the C and he just dies. Holy shit.
That's the problem. But also I feel more comfortable.
Unlucky. Always kind of gets one or at least on the way in.
We can take them.
Doesn't go for the ult there. Maybe because they have Loki runes, not worth.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man.
No, maybe they actually want to get the full combo, like right click, E, uppercut, and then they ult. They just ulted it. If they didn't ult, that go to kill them. Holy shit, pulling him out of the Invisible Woman ult, that's disgusting. Gets on the Loki. Always harassing their backline. Alright, so they always try to set up before they're engaged. It looks like as high up as possible. Give them as much, or gets them out of the line of sight as much as possible when they go for the engage. Catches this Hela on the flank, forces the ult. Even a lot of times, like, they're not getting the kills on the Hela, like, when they do that. Never mind, they got him eventually. But when they don't get the kills on that, it's still worth forcing that ult, because, like, they ult early in, like, a bad situation instead of ulting, like, halfway through the fight where they could actually clean up kills. He doesn't even get the kill for all that work. That's crazy. Chat, am I crazy for thinking that Spider-Man is the Doomfist of Rivals in a lot of ways? Where you have to do so many crazy-ass things, and you don't even, like... You don't even get rewarded for it a lot of times, but... You know? But people also love the movement, probably love the skill expression.
Now I've got something to prove.
Not crazy? Alright. Yeah, actually, it does have the same, he was probably thinking about pulling the Hela out there, but didn't actually need to. You know, or like, there was, back in Overwatch 1, people would always talk about, like, how OP Doomfist was, like, in gold. You could just charge up a punch and then one-shot supports. The same thing probably happens with Spidey, right? In, like, gold of this game, where if, like, you have a Spidey on the other team that has ult, he just walks up, presses Q on your forehead, and you just die. Or... Oh my god. Wait, he lives. Holy shit, how did he live? He also lost the team up, I just realized. Pulls the Hela out. Doesn't get the kill, unfortunately. So this Hela is always going to look for flanks, which is kind of like, you know, it's actually a really good Hela strat. So he's doing a really good job of harassing them, making sure it's not easy to walk up and two-tap their backline.
That's in my steps.
Alright, so he's gonna look probably for the Hela again. Because you can't really get on their backline with the Loki, right? I would assume. Also, frontlining and 1v1ing a Thor is crazy. I mean, it kind of has to, because there's no other way around right now. It's a really tight map. Forces Invis ult, that's actually really good. This cloak is cooked. This cloak is cooked, right? Oh my god, he misses every right click. The one time you haven't missed... I don't think this guy's missed a right click all day and just misses 5 in a row. Why are you watching a bronze Spider-Man? This is proof that players cannot tell the difference between a #1 Spider-Man and a bronze Spider-Man. They think they're all the same. It's actually hilarious. That is not the first time I've read that. That's like the 15th time I've read that since I started spectating this. Goes for the double ult on their backline, kills both supports. You know, in these types of lobbies though, they're not able to get as many... I stand corrected. I was gonna say stand as many picks on their backline, like for free, like they did with the ult. But, you know, never mind, I guess.
Crack the whip.
Oh!
Us against the world.
Again? I do like his strat of like trying to pull them out of the cloak ult and pull them out of the invisible woman ult. It's actually really smart. I don't think it's something a lot of players have experienced too often.
Got your back.
And even punching them out of it, it would just catch you by surprise if you're not used to it. Pulled the poor hella out of spawn. Oh yeah. What the f? Did you just...
Look out, bad guy.
How did you hit this? Oh, because he hit E as he dashed. So it's like, yeah, where the f do you think you're going, bitch? Chases down the BP. So something I've noticed in a lot of these fights is even if they don't have their right click enabled or online or don't have any, they'll still go for the uppercut plays and try to like kill someone. I feel like I watched too many Spideys, and how I've even done this when I was learning a little bit of Spider-Man was if I didn't have them hit with the web, I like didn't think it was worth uppercutting because you don't do as much damage, but they still go for it anyways, even if they're not gonna get like the same power as the right click version. Okay, it's actually kind of smart, setting up there. Looking for the flank right away. Bucky's ward. Oh! Doesn't get him, but oh wow, they lost their mag. That's crazy. And it doesn't have the Spidey team up anymore either, unfortunately. Ugh. Actually almost kills the Invisible Man. Really disciplined. They don't stay in for too long for kills. Like, a lot of times if you get someone 1 HP, people are gonna try to finish off that kill. But trading for kills in hero shooters is like not really worth it most of the time. It's only like the, you know, if you really needed to kill someone, and it's like, if you're gonna die anyways, like trading is good, but it's not, like you shouldn't set out to trade. Like you notice how they always hit their right clicks? Mostly. You know how they almost always web swing out perfectly? They don't run into walls, they don't hit shit. That's the stuff you work on first. You don't work on the web zipping the floor first. I'm looking at you, Bronze Spidey. God, that was a... traumatized me. So the Invisible Man ulted early. I wonder if it's because they heard him coming. Is that possible? Rolls the BP. Uh-oh. Is the ult coming? Is he gonna look for it? There it is. Oh my god, still doesn't kill him. I can see why they don't just run in and ult their backline very often, because the solo cloak with the Invisible Woman shield is enough to survive. Even with Thor there. Oh my goodness. You have to catch them like half HP by themselves and the other support's not looking. Okay, so he's gonna look for the setup where... No, he's going to spawn kill the Invis? No, he's looking at... What is he looking for? I was thinking he's gonna look to pull the cloak out of the ults. But he's chasing the Venom to their spawn. What in the world? No fear. I mean, I guess when you can get out this quick, there's nothing to be afraid of. BP just ran right by him. Venom's low. I get hooked. Gets hooked. Oh, he does have the team up again. All right, so we'll get to see how the gameplay changes quite a bit with the team up versus not the team up. Because playing Spidey without the team up is actually really difficult. It's actually, in my opinion, not really worth it. So if he hit the C there, if he actually hit the invulnerability, I think he would have killed the Bucky there, but the Bucky popped his ult again, and so he dodged it. Is it ult time? Okay, it's ult time. Forces Invis ult early again. I feel like that he's getting a lot of value by forcing these support ults early, and they're not able to capitalize it on, unfortunately. Like his own support economy should be so much better than theirs, but it's really not been top tier. Gets rolled by the Bucky, unfortunately. Bucky does have the bullets the size of small bosses, so it's kind of tough. Comes back so quick. Even dying like doesn't even feel like much of a punishment. Also, if you guys have never checked the hitbox on the punch, it's massive, by the way. So that's why you probably see him a lot of times, like jump into the middle of a bunch of people and then kind of spin a little bit. I don't know if he's trying to hit more people with the hitbox or if it only goes off when you actually press the button. Or there's like a small delay where like you might be able to hit multiple people with it as like it goes off. And what I mean by that is like, you know, like will it reach a little bit further? It's a 5-meter radius. Is it like a warped radius? Like is the front slightly bigger than like all the way around him, or is it just straight up a circle? I don't actually know the answer. Because like if the front is slightly longer, I could see why they're spinning a lot of times to try to like make that front a little bit bigger. Oh, it is just a circle? It's a bubble? Okay. I was just curious about that. Because like when you have a hitbox like that, where like one side might be slightly longer, but it is still circular, like it's worth putting in that... Hello? Why did that last so long? That was the longest lasting one yet. Holy shit.
This kitty has been
Ew. Just hit so many right clicks in a row. That was gross.
Double KO.
I think the spinning is to get out. Oh, that does actually make sense. Because if it's not for a hitbox like manipulation, it is probably to get out. Another big ult on their backline. So by going for the right click play, the right click E uppercut before the back, like before going for the ult, it's fast enough that he kills the other support before the Loki clone or the Loki rune goes off, which is
I'm not a vengeful
smart.
person, but today I'll make an exception.
My goodness, dude, they haven't even come back from spawn yet. Like they're still spawning. He's already back. Like the people he killed and then died still were walking back. It doesn't even feel like you get a kill. Jesus, already back. I think being able to do these types of rollouts and being able to get back so fast allows you to kind of like make those like quote-unquote stupider plays where you kind of all in. Like right now, this is a bit more of an all-in play. Is this the old one, actually? Why is it lasting that long? Oh, this might be before the patch where they changed the team up to be shorter, which would explain why they're not using it as like a survival tool. They're using it more as an engage. It's pre-patch. Yeah, this actually might be a little bit of an older one. Now that I see that, which is totally fine. I don't mind that. The only thing that's really changed is just like it goes from being like a more longer-lasting damage tool to like a half vulnerability or half a second invulnerability. So everyone's kind of stuck right. Ooh, everyone got portaled out, unfortunately. Ooh, pulls the Strange in. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the follow-up for it. Are they bringing triple support backline? Yeah, they are. Yeah, playing Spider-Man into triple support, like, man, this is tough. This is actually so tough. Huge! Holy shit! 28% ult charge, swings in. Oh my god. Like 25% ult charge? Off of one cooldown usage? Or not one cooldown usage, sorry. One rotation of cooldowns. And they already have ult coming up now. I think one of the most impressive things I've seen so far is the fact that he's about to have ult, and he's ahead of both of his supports, and he's tied with their Invisible Woman and Cloak. I know they're on triple support, but supports build ult so fast in this game, and this is before the support ult nerfs. So like, holy shit. So force Loki rune early, so you can get aggressive there. Goes in, gets 2 actually. The Loki rune force is such a big deal. So goes in with the Psylocke. The Psylocke forces Loki rune early. So is he gonna pull him out? Oh no, I think he went for it. Hey, hello? Hello? Guys? One above all, by the way. That wasn't like there was like a little tick of overtime where if somebody steps off for half a frame, then it's over. That was like they had like 5 or 6 seconds to figure it out and still C9'd. Holy shit. Wait, is that a Black Widow? What the f?
It's a sniper. You're a lifesaver.
Yeah, you're about to get cooked, buddy. Yeah. I felt that one coming. It's like, what the f? Like, you're Black Widow gonna go chase a Spidey on the flank? Are you crazy?
Seconds.
As someone who's kind of new, what is a C9? A C9 is when a team steps off the point and loses the game because they forgot to touch. That is like the more baseline term. The official technical term is like your team's about to win. Like you're gonna win the game, you're gonna win the fight, and your team forgets to touch the point. That's like a true C9, but it's based off of Cloud9 in Overwatch, where they stepped off the point when they were gonna win the game, but they were in overtime and they stopped touching the cart and they lost because of it. All right, so that Black Widow kill actually kind of snowballed them because the rest of their team just started kind of just feeding, and they played really aggressive onto them here, and now they have the Mantises running at them with ult, and then they pop the Invisible Woman ult to touch, but they're still coming back from spawn. Oh, wait a minute. That's unfortunate, actually. Wait, that actually might give them a chance to... Uh-oh. Maybe a bit overzealous there, going for the kill, but I mean, that's kind of what you have to do on Spidey. I think their Bucky just hit a couple shots. Unfortunate. Also, I love that they're hiding in the corner up here for dear life. All right, here it comes. Wait, they don't have the Loki runes. Wait, where's their Loki? Wait, they don't have a Loki anymore. I didn't realize they swapped off. Kills too, though. Unfortunately, not enough. The ult kills the runes in 1 second. Doesn't matter. That 1 second will give them enough time to either get a support ult off or to survive. Especially in this kind of a game at this level. Unfortunately, the 2 kills wasn't enough, though. Big Venom ult? Yeah, this is the old version of the Spider team-up. Gonna try to pull somebody out of this, maybe? No, I think he goes for the wrong one, and then gets pulled in and dies the Bucky again, unfortunately. Maybe? Big, just got another like 30% ult charge right there. All right, the ult's over, going in again. Another big uppercut, has ult in a few seconds. Looking for another rotation to get the ults. Oh, he's just buying a couple seconds to get up his next uppercut. Oh god, their Bucky's again-ing. You gotta go right now. It's now or never. Kills 3! Jumps out! Survives the Bucky ult. Gonna rotate back around while getting chased. The Psylocke kills 1, the Venom comes around. Holy. The clutch gene. Clutch gene. Their Venom's the last one left, and they win. So, because they had Invisible ult, they spent their time building up their ult charge, and then they had to wait. They had to wait for a couple cooldowns to come out, a couple of ults to come out, bide their time, and then goes in for the uppercut combo, and then gets a triple kill, not just on their sports, but I think the Hela as well. Man, that was actually sick. I still got one more in the game versus Necros. This is gonna be a juicy one right here. Sets up top right. If you notice from the previous one, there's a lot of setting up on the high. Oh, in hot pursuit. Oh, I already know what this is gonna look like. This is gonna be a battle. This is gonna be a mid-air battle. Oh, Jesus. You know that this is gonna be an ego battle where everyone's gonna be typing question marks and diffs in chat. Pulls the Storm into the team, gets right-clicked by the Magneto, pulling them out of cover. Mantis ult giving extra shield. Another uppercut, then right-click. Yeah, I think when you... One thing I definitely was doing wrong when I was playing Spidey is I would focus too much on hitting right clicks, then hitting uppercuts. Sometimes you just rip the uppercut, no fear. Another mid-air, another mid-air battle. Oh! You can't let him get the kill. No, you can't do that. You can't let him get the kill because you know everyone's fighting for a YouTube video right here. Everyone in the lobby, everyone in the lobby's fighting for a YouTube video. You got scared? I mean, that's kind of how it's supposed to be, though. Like, you're supposed to, like, get in and out. If it's a bad situation, you want to run. If it's a good situation, you want to stay in. That's part of the game.
I gotta do better this time.
No way.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man.
Okay, that's kind of aura to go for that. So it gets hit by a right click, backs away. You know, the two Invisible Woman shields, that's the real difference maker in a lot of those fights. Like, the fact that it's happening in a Spidey duel is actually kind of insane. Oh, he's gonna go for it. Oh, good counter, actually. Holy dude, this is so fast. I'm gonna watch the other POV really quick. Dude, watch how fast these interactions are. Like, if they get marked by the right click, like how fast they have to react of like, oh shit, like they're gonna come for me. Immediately go for the pull in, back in, buys time to get healed up from the other support. Crazy. Almost gets another kill on him. Good bubble comes in. Holy shit. You know, you'd think the two Spideys would be going for backlines, but no, the Spideys are on each other. Oh, gets him with the uppercut combo. I think he hits him with the right click. Yeah, right click E, uppercut combo, gets him back.
Anyone willing to help?
I think they're 1-1 right now. Goes for the storm, gets KG with the Hella team, or not team up, sorry, the help. One thing I have noticed that is unanimous across every Spider-Man player is they all love to do that tech where they run towards the end of the map and get ready to hook somebody off. They all do it. They all want to pull people off the map the entire time. Both Spideys have ult right now.
With the amazing Spider-Man.
I guess the mag bubble.
Look behind you.
You know what? I would have went for it too. By the time they walk back up to the fight, I think it'll be back. Tell me, correct me if I'm wrong. All right, in the fight, and they're turning the corner. All right, you know what? I think it's worth it.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man.
Wait, what happened to the Spidey ult?
Put some pep in my step. Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man.
Wait, what?
Put some pep
So he
in
goes
my
for
step.
the E on the rocket, but the rocket double jumps up. So the rocket's in Narnia up in the sky, tries to ult him, but gets pushed. Oh, that's evil.
I need assistance.
Goes for the uppercut, slide through play, just to get some damage in. Oh, we gotta chat. Does anyone else get dizzy watching this? So, this is the other side. They try to hit each other midair, and it swings away, and then he's in hot pursuit, chasing him all the way around. They're both midair doing backflips, going for each other, goes for the uppercut, gets Invisible Woman's shield, comes back, actually hits him with his own right-click combo. And like I said, the Invisible Woman shields are actually like the big difference maker in a lot of those. Might have actually got the kill right here. Where is it? Right here? Would have potentially got the kill. But the Invisible Woman shield, and then also they have the rocket amp. Turns around, hits him with it right back.
Watch out, they're headed our way.
Dude, they literally do drive-bys. It's actually gross.
I got your back.
Only 60 seconds left.
Oh, he's gonna go for the, oh, gets him. What is it? Is it 2 to 3 at this point? I think 2-3, something like that. Honestly, I kind of lost track already. But yeah, by the way, thank you for 13 months. Goes backline, forces Invisible Woman ult. That's actually worth. Okay, goes for the Mantis. Or sorry, that wasn't the Mantis. So it was actually the other Spidey. Go. Has a Spider really low, but he also has ult. Gonna go for backline. The hella pulls him out, but like, this is actually such a cool play. This is actually such a cool play because it backs their Spidey off, right? Because the Invisible Man ult is up and has to play a little bit more scared. Hits the uppercut on him, then web zips in their backline. Probably would have actually got a kill here with this Spider-Man ult because the rocket's pretty low, but the hella will cancel it, which is fine. Still lives, forces them to back super far away. Oh, oh, wait, where was he? Wait a minute, where does this kill come from? So this is after the ult. Hits him with a right. Oh! All right, gets the res, gets him back. Was it 2 to 4 or something like that, or 2 to 3, 2 to 4? I don't know what it is now. That was gross though. The double right click. That's a swing back out. They're just exciting. These are just funny. These are funny to watch. Goes for backline again. The Rocket's by himself. I feel like the Rocket's been by himself most of the time. The Invis just keeps saving him with the shield.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Oh, the chase is on. The chase is on. The chase is on. Hits him back with his own E. Dude, I love how that's an interaction where you hit the E back to keep you from getting comboed. Did they just C9? Oh, I think they only had a mag to touch. Yeah, they only have a solo mag. The rest of them are playing so far back. Comes over the top. Can you actually get over the top here? You can. I feel like every time I try to jump over this, it feels like there's a wall in the way. Swings over. Bro, this is like a Dragon Ball Z battle. Looks for the right click. Hits it. Fakes the leave. Fakes the disengage. But then flings back. Hits the E instead. Pulls him in. Boom. Goes for the uppercut, but he cancels it with his own E to web him to keep him from getting uppercutted. Goes for another right click on him. Doesn't actually get it. Goes for the uppercut that got canceled, but if there's enough space now to get away. Misses the one right click that was probably actually needed. And then he web zips away and they both have to disengage. All within like a second. Oh, gets him! Hang on, I want to see the other POV.
Now's the time to hit.
Hits him with the drive-by right click. Drive-by right click. That looks like it missed by about 16 kilometers, but okay. Hits him with the E, pulls him in. Someone else also hit them from low ground. I think it was the Invis. Boom, hits the combo. Then there's a rocket res, so he comes back quick.
What am I? Invisible?
Oh, it gets his get back!
Time to hit.
So because the Spidey died, I think Necros goes in really hard here to get some pressure in on their backline because they're up one, but the rocket res is actually in the corner next to him. Probably gets caught a little bit by surprise. Hits him with the right click. Boom, boom, on the way back. The rocket res actually saves the day there. What the f was this? So wait, so he uppercuts through the window, right? Boom, uppercut through the window, gets some damage, hits him with the right click, zips through, goes for another uppercut, doesn't hit the invis, but gets the hella. Trying to get both of them, I'm guessing, with like the travel of the momentum. What the f is this? Dude, I'm too old for this shit. Zips in, misses the right click, hits the uppercut. The other Spidey zips by, goes for right click, misses. Zips again. They exchange right clicks. Right click hits. Left click hits. Wait, how did it do so much damage? I think someone else maybe hits him at the same time. It was the slam down. Wait, does the slam down maneuver do even more damage? Oh, so the right click does more. Okay, so the right click also makes the left click do more damage, not just the uppercut. You're gonna go for the same thing? Oh no. They're Invisible Man ults, not much you can really do here. Probably just wait for after an ult. Oh, the Spidey 1v1 on the backline again? In hot pursuit? Has the damage boost? Oh, Jesus! And then hits the ult after! Alright, that was kind of disgusting. And then the cap. There you go. There's the #1 Spider-Man. Watching some of these fights really feel like anime battles, and I get why people probably like Spider-Man so much and they want to emulate that. But yo, I'm gonna pull you back down to earth real quick. You're probably not gonna be able to emulate that. Just pick Hella instead. You're probably gonna do a lot better. You know what I mean? Like if you actually care about winning, if you just want to be Spider-Man, just fly around, sure, like you're gonna have a great time. But like if you just want to win, like there you go.